Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Pro and Expert Division with various wins for the Chiruba Springs and the Winter Festival 9-hole Cup here in Golf Clash the game. Before we take a closer look at all the videos, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. This 9-hole Cup features steady wins, which means that we're going to have the same wins on the qualifying round as we do have on the final round, which is something I absolutely love. Scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the link that is in the description down below to get to our premium guides. We offer premium guides for all the game modes, checkpoint challenge, tour play and tournament play. Follow the info box on the right hand side to get the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type we suggest you to play with. Have in mind that also are all suggestions and you don't have to follow it if you don't want to, but there is always a plan behind it. So let's go to hole number 1. Hole number 8, tough wind. Sure, you can lay up on the right hand side, but I do believe going aggressive here on the drive is the way to go, because if ending up with a good drive here, this is actually a very, not simple, there is no shot that is simple in this game, but at least the shot is very makeable compared to what it is on the right hand side, which I and the team believe are very inconsistent in general. Start at top of plus 27 with extra mile level 9, and then you have the other clubs as well, which is extra mile 8 top of plus 28 and max for extra mile 6 and 7. Adjust max plus 10 p5, and then we're pulling back a specific amount of plus yardage depending on what type of driver level you have. So I'm pulling back to plus 27. Right it perfect. I would favor a great left over a great right. A great right may roll into the rough, and then obviously that's a bummer in terms of having a chance for the eagle. However, though, it's still an easy reach from there, and you can obviously drop the rough iron as well, but it has to be mentioned. Now, if done everything correct, we're going to find ourselves with a pin check. There could be as well a situation where you might follow drive distance, but I would go for pin check first to check, because pin check is more solid, especially when this hole is not completely linear. Now, plus 3 pin check, we are setting the top of the white ring by the fringe, and we're applying whatever backspin that gets the ball guideline 2 green squares through the hole. At plus 3, we're going to play 17% slider, minus 15% elevation, P5 numbers. And we are making the adjustment. We're going to then center the ball and do our very, very best to hit perfect. The perfect ball here will have a high drop rate. Again, playing with a pin check is better than playing with drive distance, because drive distance will vary slightly. I mean, you can be a little bit more left, a little bit more right, and the distance to the hole changes, but you might be at the same yardage. That's the difficult part with drive distance. But at least we do have that as a backup if the drive goes a little bit too far. For hole number 2, start with a side spin 3 ball and set the spins. We're gonna use 3 right spin and we're gonna use 3 back spin. And once we've set the spins, we're looking to have the top right of the yellow ring to be by the rough line, bottom of the red ring by the sand. Ball guideline will then be right side of the hole. Adjust 1 to 1 plus 0.2, and we're playing this angle as no tweak. So 7.6 rings for 7.4 miles per hour. Pull slowly when you pull down into the bunker. And this as it's very easy otherwise to pull off center. This has been tested with a wind 3 ball as well, but comes in a tad hot. So if you can concentrate it to a wind that is between 6.5 and 8 miles per hour, that would be the best. But again, it has dropped with higher wind as well, but just comes in a tad hot. So nice little bounce into the rough, roll onto the green. Double great right will miss the rough, and then you will end up into the sand or into the back rough. A single great right has still clipped the rough. Any great left are safe. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. For hole number 3 of the Chiruba Springs, which is hole number 9, in the Superstar 9-hole cup. We're gonna play with the rock here. 5 top spin, 2 left spin. If you do not have 5 top spin on your rock, which you don't have on rock level 7 for an example, then go with Apocalypse instead. Adjust max no elevation. And I'm playing with a P5 ball here. What I would recommend though, if you do have a wind that is anywhere from right to left on your drive, go with the P5 ball that gives you the most wind resistance. If you have wind coming left to right in any way, I would recommend to go with a ball like the Berserker ball that gives you very little wind resistance. And the reason for that is the second shot. Because if having left to right wind on your drive, you're gonna have tailwind on the second shot, then you would benefit from having less wind resistance, because then the ball can carry further. If you have a wind, again, coming right to left of tee, then you have headwind, and then you would benefit from having a lot more wind resistance on your ball. Adjust max plus 10, all the top spin you can, together with some left spin. Use curl to compensate if anything, and the ball rolls up nicely. From here, we're gonna have a wedge that plays Embering a School with a plus a 10 E5, and preferably no spin if that's possible. Look for glitch spots and make sure to avoid them. Hole number 8, Chiruba Springs. Here, if you play with Grizzly 9, start with a power 0 ball, preferably a Marlin that you have one side spin with, because then you can find complete max line. And that's going to be with the tip of the ball guideline to go centered into the bright green square, with the top of the white ring to be just by the sand line. So you could, yeah, I would recommend to turn the screen around to the side so you can see the white ring, and then you double check the ball guideline. Adjustment is max plus 15 power 3, and we're always going to use Grizzly 9 numbers in our app. When it comes to a Grizzly 7, 8 and Grizzly 6, if you have that, then you're going to have to start with either a power 1 ball or better, because you're going to have to start at the bottom of plus 3. Bounces on the fairway up towards the pin and dropping it dead center for a lovely hole-in-one here on hole number 8, Chiruba. Take your game to the next level with our Ultimate Tournament text guides for the Winter Festival 9-hole Cup. This is a perfect chance for you to up your score in Expert or in Master Division. We will have the same wind in qualifying round and in the final round. So the guides being produced in the qualifying round will obviously stand to the weekend round. Obviously, we do have other guides as well. We are the only place where you can find premium content for all the game modes. If you do want to improve your gaming checkpoint challenge or tour play, and obviously, like already said, in tournament play, you scan the QR code here on the screen, or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy that you do have in the description down below, and sign up today. On hole number 3, we're gonna start with our extra mile at the top of plus 2 with extra mile level 9, red ring by the rough line. Top of plus 3 with extra mile level 8, top of plus 5 with extra mile 6 and 7. Difference between extra mile level 6 and 7, 8, 9 is 20% of the rough. Red should be inside the rough line. Adjust max plus no elevation, so max plus 0 is 4 top spin, 3 right spin, and we're using 0.75 ball of right curl. Perfect ball it is, and now we're looking to be somewhere around 348 to 362 yards. On the second shot, we're gonna play a Grizzly, and here it all depends on how far we're going, what type of check we're gonna do. But here I'm going to do a bottom white check by the fringe. You can see they're aligned with pin, obviously. And then 3.2 topspin. Going to then have to look at the top of the yellow ring to be just by the rough line. The difficult part I have here is that I have such an easy time to overlap. That's why I'm turning to the side to make sure that I am aligned with the rough line. No elevation, and as I were at +1, I'm using 64% slider from there. Adjustment is done, and we're going to center the ball and hit perfect. Perfect it is. We're bouncing into the rough and roll up, and we're dropping it center pin for a lovely eagle here in hole number 3. On our a little bit aggressive option here on hole number 6, start with the quarterback at max P5 line, white ring to the left by the rough line, riding 7 top spin, 2 left spin. Here we're playing and suggesting Apocalypse level 6 plus. Adjust max +10, P3, and then we're going to move to have 1.9 ball of left curl with circle drop overpower. Here we are threading the needle, trying to get this ball to approximately 385 yards. A great left will clip the rough and roll out, and you will have to just play that one to get a safe eagle. Great right is still fine. On the second shot, we are going to use our Cataclysm. This to make sure that we're always having the top spin and we're always having the distance. 5.9 top spin and 2 left spin is what I'm looking to do. And once I've found the correct spins, I'm going to move up my target pretty slowly to have the ball guideline right side of the pin just before it shows glitch rolling into the back rough. Right side of the cup, we're going to make an adjustment that is a 50% slider with 10% elevation, P3 numbers, adding on, subtracting 0.1 for every 2 yards. And here we're playing from +5 and +6 yard mark. Making the adjustment, this is the angle that we will call then for no tweak. So we center the ball and hit perfect, and this will give us a good chance. Once again, this is our alternative that will go a bit aggressive. We're using a special ball, but you can definitely play with just standard clubs here on drive and also on the approach. On hole number 6, we are going to send it, and we're going to use the yellow ring with our extra mile to be at a specific plus yardage. So we're going to look for the top of +27 with the bottom of the yellow ring to be by the rough line with extra mile level 9. And then we do have the extra mile level 8 at +28. Extra mile 6 and 7 is going to be at max. And 4.5 bar top spin, 2 left spin. And we're going to make an adjustment that is max +10 P5. Once we have adjusted, we're going to push up, and we're going to push up 11 yards after the adjustment. Push up is done, and then we're going to play with inside wall, left curl, and try to hit perfect. Here you can see me hitting a pretty poorly great left, but you know, max OP is gonna be some greats as well. I would say that a great right is going to be better than a great left here in terms of not clipping the rough twice. We do want to clip the rough once, however though, even though with my bad great left, I'm putting myself in a spot where I can still play an Embringer, which is a little bit more difficult than the one that I maybe want to have, but still very makeable. So I'm doing an EB school, and we're playing with 20% elevation, and then whatever Powerball number you have. So here I'm playing with P5 numbers. Ball guideline to hole, and I think that's important. Ball guideline to hole. The Embringers, especially Embringer level 7, has a really good ball guideline, so we obviously need to take advantage of that. Adjustment is done, and then we're gonna center the ball and hit perfect. There we go. And we'll see this one dropping right at pin for a lovely eagle here on hole number 6. On hole number 17, we're starting at max P0 line with sniper 10. If you do have sniper 9, you start with a P1 ball at +2 yards. And then we're setting the spins, which is 2.8 top spin and 0.2 right spin. So we get the ball guideline, as you can see there on the video. Once that, you can then swap to whatever. If you're not staying with the P0 ball, then swap to whatever ball you want to use. Win 3, win 4, doesn't matter. This is the most right angle zone, and here we should be using 1 click of right curl. Unfortunately, that's not something I'm doing here in the video, which makes me being a little bit lucky to drop this one on the left hand side of the cup. Drops hard left due to us not using that click of right curl. Adjustment 1-to-1 plus 0.3. For hole number 5 in the Superstar 9-hole cup, which is also Shiruba Springs hole number 9, we are going to use a driver that gives us the most topspin possible with minimum 5.8, which is a POC 3+. And the thing is, though, using a big topper or a Thor's hammer or something like that gives you way more topspin. It's definitely to be preferred, because we do want to get ourselves as far down the fairway possible. This is a pretty difficult par 5 in the sense of, if you do not have wind so you can carry over the first piece of rough to start with, then you will not be able to go for the pin on the second shot. So the play we're playing here now is purely to secure the eagle, as we do not really have the wind to get there. And that's unfortunately going to be the case for pro and expert with many of the wind directions, that even if we do have a straight tailwind, it's going to be difficult to carry over. Second shot, we're playing with the horizon. You can see there that I'm playing with a katana here. Obviously, it's not needed. But what I would like to say, though, is that we do need to have a side spin 3 ball minimum, because the side spin 3 will help us, especially on the second shot. So, Kingmaker Katana is a perfect choice to have. And using the horizon here allow me to use a lot of topspin as well, but you can play with the Big Dog, Cataclysm, or any of those type of clubs that do have a lot of topspin per default. So kind of like use the wood club that gives you the most topspin. And after that you look at the accuracy, because obviously you do want to be able to hit great on the second shot and not be punished for that. No elevation, true club distance, gonna be around medium distance most of the case. And here it's better to go short than long, because you can see that it slopes down at the end of the green, and that could put you into the rough if you are unlucky. So rather go short than long and secure your eagle. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this playthrough for Pro and Expert Division with Various Wind here for the Shiruba Springs and the Winter Festival 9-hole cup. As always, we're doing premium guides for the Winter Festival, so make sure to scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the link that is in the description down below. Thank you once again for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.